Oh, what's up, gamers? This is Nintendo Gamer Gal here with a conversations video. We're going to be talking about collectors versus people who just keep games and certain games. So, I'm going to introduce our guest. He's going to introduce himself. Go ahead.
LazzyJames, Marz. You can find me on YouTube or Twitter or Discord, and I'm just here with Gamer Gal, and we're gonna rock out.
Okay. Links will be in the description under the page when this is all done. All right. So, we've talked about this a little bit, but I thought it was an interesting topic to talk about on our channel. Well, at least on my channel, about collectors versus non-collectors. So, how you say you don't collect? You only collect the games that you like, right?
I collect staple games.
Like, what do you consider staple games?
Staple games like Platoon, Mario Kart, Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, like games you're gonna play again. You're not throwaway games. Um, yeah, those are staple games to me. Like, not and it don't necessarily have to be first party. Like, it can be a third party. Like, um, any good third party. But I'm just saying, me staple games. Those are like you. If you got a Switch or PlayStation, whatever you got, those are the games that you know are like when you somebody, what game should I get? Then you start with those type of games. Like, I'm not gonna say get Plants vs Zombies.
Plants
Not gonna
vs
tell
Zombies is
somebody.
great. What do
I'm
you
just, it was the first thing that came to my mind. But, I'm saying? But yeah, those are staple games for me. I like those, and I just don't. I mean, I'll play the other games. I just don't really keep them in my collection. I usually sell them back, sell them on eBay or something like that.
mean? Okay. So specific, like, so if your first system, what's the oldest system you've kept
That I kept?
that you kept?
Maybe a Super Nintendo. I think, yeah, because I don't have a regular Nintendo.
Okay.
Super Nintendo.
And what are the
Uh,
staple games on that one?
on a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Uh,
What are the ones that actually stayed? What
oh,
stood the test
for
of
me,
time? Yeah.
Zombie ate my neighbors. Super Smash TV. Um, Super Nintendo. Super Mario World. Um, I think those are my main three. I don't really like Mario Kart on Super Nintendo. It's not bad, but not necessarily a staple for me. Those are like my big three on Super Nintendo that yeah that I think are staples.
And now, did you have much more of a collection, or those are just the ones you
No,
kept?
definitely not. Those are just the ones I kept. I didn't really start keeping games until maybe yeah 64. I'm gonna say I had more than 10 games that I kept, but
So,
but it's kind of hard to talk about it with you because I know that you keep all your games. It's like completely contrasting, you know.
that's fine. That's fine. But that's the whole reason I want to get to know why people like. I know I keep all my stuff. Like,
Yeah.
though I didn't start collecting until the GameCube, so I
Hmm.
don't even have like 64 games, or I have like three Super Nintendo games and maybe 64 games. So I didn't actually start collecting until the GameCube, and all my, like, I kept all my original Game Boy games and Super Game Boy. Like, I kept all the ones I got. What's a game that you would just like? This one's gotta go off the list. I don't care if it has replay value. It's gotta go.
Um, that I would buy like right now, like with the Switch and that.
Oh, yeah, say like there's a game you want to play, but you know you're not gonna keep it.
Yeah, like maybe like so. Let's say Just Dance, right? So it come out every year. I'm not keeping Just Dance 2019. I'm gonna sell it and then use like get that money and then put it to Just Dance 2020 and then like recycle it like that. Or like what are some games I just got rid of? All right, so let's say I had Marvel and we just played Marvel, right?
Right.
So when I bought it, I played it. I was like, you know what, this ain't. I'm not gonna play this. I'm not gonna beat it. You know, if I come across a game I'm not gonna beat, I'll go ahead and sell it. Yeah, because it's a game I'm not playing. It's like that game sitting on the table, and I see that as like $40 sitting on the table, and I can take that $40 and get a new game. So that's why I don't keep it. But I ended up selling Marvel, took that $40 and just bought a new game. Like put that $40 towards the new game. Then I played that whatever that new game was. I can't remember what it was. And then if I keep it, I keep it. If not, I just like I try to recycle it. And but I ended up buying the game again. But that to me, that's not a big deal. Like yeah, I don't want the money literally sitting on the table. I rather like get it so I can buy a new game because like gaming is an expensive hobby. So I think I try to like keep the money within the system, just keep that money where I don't have to bring money from the outside. If I could just resell most of my games and only keep a few of them, um, I just keep recycling like that. That's why, I'm just not gonna keep them, especially if I know I'm not gonna play them ever again. They gotta go. There's
So,
nothing bad against that. I don't think.
so like the Marvel game that you just rebought, you gonna sell it again?
I to see myself playing a little bit more. I might sell it in a year from now,
Okay.
right? 'Cause I like sometimes like I'll be like after we played it, I like now that it's getting in my recommendation, I'll see some stuff, and I kind of want to play with another character. So I'm thinking like maybe I'll play through it with just like try to get Gambit or play with it through like Wolverine or something. But then after that, like I got like if I haven't played a game in about 6 to 8 months, I got two separate bins: games I actively play and games that are on the sideline. I'll move it to that bin that I don't play, then I'll let it sit for a little more just to be sure. And then I sell it. It ain't like I just like when I sold my first Marvel, it was sat around for a good bit. I was like, you know what, I ain't playing this game. It's gotta go.
Right.
So I don't buy a game and I don't feel when I buy a game I don't feel obligated to keep what's system the Wii. Like there was a bunch of games that I bought that I never and I was like gonna play them and I just never got around to. I just didn't have time to be gaming like that at that time. And then I would just sell them back, even though like I didn't ever. I was like, dang, I wish, but I just can't let a game sit there for too long. I got to get rid of it and then try to recycle it for a better game.
And you're never worried that you're gonna sell a game that later on in life it's gonna be worth like triple because it was like a limited copy or limited
No,
run.
no, yeah, I think know the because I sell a lot of games on eBay, so I know like the value or future value. Yeah, I definitely know the value because I buy, sell, and trade video games. I've been doing that since like way before GameStop with all that stuff. There was little like mom and pop shops and boutiques and stuff that would buy, sell, and trade games like way before it was like a traditional thing to do. And it was like what like why would a store ever do that? But I've been doing it, so I understand. I got a good grip on what the value of a game should be. So when I'm selling the game back, trust me, I'm getting my money's worth, and I got Best Buy Gamers Club unlocked. So it's not a
Right.
complete watch. I don't pay full price for video games. I let y'all do that. Y'all go out there and pay $60 for a video
Nah,
game.
not
I
me,
don't do
sir.
that.
Not me. I price
Yeah,
match
yeah,
everything.
I don't. So there's that. So it's not like usually it'd be like a $5 to $10 like loss for me. So in video games, that's major because these are $60, $65, and then DLC be like $90 games after it's all said and done. When you factor in like 20 to $25 battle passes or whatever the case may be.
I like to keep all my games. I'm not like sentimental attachment.
Yeah.
Like,
See, I think that's where we're like. So you say you don't have sentimental attachments to your game. Like I do to my staple games. That's why I think I can get rid of them. Like the ones that I don't have. Like I don't I don't have sentimental value, but the ones I keep, those are keys. So
well,
but you got like a your library is vast. So
I mean,
it's like I would look at your library, right? I would look at all those games you got, all but 10 of them, and
no, it's not
and
that bad.
I would be like, I'm getting rid. I would probably get rid. Like most of it, just it wouldn't exist with me. I would now that I'm not saying like I would play the game, beat it, and get the value out the game, and then get more value out of it when I resell it. So I don't. I think a collection should have sentimental value. I don't. You say you don't have it. Like when I look at my collection, I want to be like, dang. Oh, Splatoon. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, got it in 1,200 hours in that. Oh, Mario Odyssey. I remember this in the player two mode on that, but it was still a good game. Oh, Breath of the Wild, best game ever, game of the year 2017, contender with Odyssey, like that kind of thing. When I look at my games and my collection, it means something to me. Then I don't want to have like 10 indie games. Like when did that come out? I bought that or like that kind of thing.
It's not like I don't have sentimental attachment. I do have sentimental attachment to like my RPGs that I played that I invested time into. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
still I still have my original Final Fantasy 3, so that one has sentimental attachment. I mean, obviously
yeah,
my collection is vast, so I don't have sentimental attachment to all of them. But the
yeah,
ones I've played and I spent a good amount of time with, those I have sentimental attachment with. But I don't
yeah,
like. See, I wouldn't go back and replay them. I think that's where me and you differ. It's like you'll go back and
yeah,
play them. It's like I got way too many games to go back and play the ones that I didn't get, the ones that I finished. If I finished you, I'm done. Move on.
So what's the last like I guess indie game or something that you have bought, or what's the like an indie game that you bought?
I buy indie games all the time. Let's see. I have Transistor. I have Celeste.
All right, perfect. Transistor. All right, nice. So you bought Transistor, right?
Yes.
And I'm not gonna say how you feel about the game, but
Review
uh,
video coming soon.
you got it, and are you gonna put that game in your collection?
Game's
Is
never
it a part of your
leaving.
collection now?
Yeah, the game's never leaving. It's in there. Like I said, once I paid
Well, hold
money
on,
for a
hold on, hold on.
game,
Let me finish. Let me
go
finish.
ahead.
So you got Transistor, a part of your collection, a part of Nintendo Game of Girls collection. Yeah, nice little box for you right there. And when you're gonna have all these games that you like, you're gonna have Splatoon. What else do you like? You like not Mario
Zeldas.
Odyssey, Zelda.
No,
You're gonna have
Zeldas. I like
Zelda,
my Zeldas. I like my Final
and you're gonna be
Fantasies.
thinking like all these great thoughts, and then you're gonna go Transistor. Like, are you gonna have there's gonna be no sentimental value, right?
I mean, I really like the music.
Okay, so the
I like
music.
the art
So you look at
style.
that game and it's like, okay, that was great music. That was great art right there.
Yeah. So
That was great gameplay.
no, not great gameplay.
All right, but see, that's what it's like to me. Like, I'm keeping 10 out of 10 games. I'm keeping.
So let's go back to Transistor. If you don't rock with it, are you selling it? It's an
I'm
indie
probably
game that's
selling
a
it
limited run.
anyway. Yeah,
Oh, you're selling it regardless.
yeah. I mean, unless it's just really, really good, unless it's, like the story and all that just pops for me, I'll keep it. But like, yeah, when I buy a game, like the moment I pick it up, I'm pretty much know I'm gonna sell it or keep it. So, but I like Zelda and all that. I knew I was keeping. I almost sold uh, Fire Emblem.
Oh no.
Like if I don't like a game within like a first week or two, I'll sell it. But like I think everybody knows how Fire Emblem starts. I know it starts off slow, then it picks up. But the slow part was so slow for me, and I was so used to like the Fire Emblem, like getting right into it, the meat and potatoes. So I was like, what in the it was on the chopping block, but now it's not on the chopping block. Now it's in the collection. So it just my collection is always gonna be small. I'm gonna put it like that, point blank period. I'm not gonna have like even on like the Switch, like let's say it's gonna have a lot of games or it has a lot of games. I'm never gonna own. I feel like I'm never gonna own like 25 Switch games.
Really? We're
Yeah,
already, I think,
like
at a library of almost 200, and you're
yeah,
not
that's
even
what I'm
gonna
saying.
keep
Like
25.
yeah, I'm not gonna keep 25. Or I might be like my
Dang.
top 25. I mean, the games are good, but I mean, look, y'all like I know people that collect. I just it ain't.
It ain't for you.
Yeah, or yeah, I don't want to say I don't understand it because mm,
I mean, it's okay
I
not
just
to
need my
understand it.
staples. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, like, I don't understand. That's why I'm doing this video, because I don't. I'm trying to understand why people sell their games. Because I like
Yeah.
once they're in, they're in. Right.
It's not like if there was no money value involved, then I probably own them all, keep them all. I would have a library like you,
Okay.
but it's just too much money involved the way I see it to like just be letting the game sit there.
Yeah, yeah. This is a totally expensive hobby. I really can't afford the hobby that I have. Like I understand like, that. I understand. Like thinking of it like that, I understand it because I can't afford the hobby. I thought like in the very very beginning of the Switch's library, I thought the video games were gonna be limited like the Wii U, which is why I was snatching up whatever I could because I was
Yeah,
like, all right, if it's limited like the Wii U, let me just snatch up whatever I can so that if games stop flowing, then I'll have games to play.
yeah.
Thankfully, that wasn't the case for Nintendo.
But then it's just nice to know like it's an investment, right? People be buying art and paint. They're not necessarily going to sell it, but it does have monetary value, and it's an investment. And game is a good investment. Look at all these games now. It's getting tougher and tougher for like Super Nintendo games, right?
Right.
To find them at good prices. I go to garage sales and I can get them off people that don't know the value of them. But like right now, like the last time I was in New York, I was shopping around for another copy of Zombie Ate My Neighbors and stuff. I have two copies just in case. That's how much I really like the game.
Right.
But it's like almost anywhere between $60 to $120 depending on where you go. So and it's only gonna go up higher in value. So I know better. Even though I sell my games, I know which ones to sell. I kind of understand just
You understand the
the
market
differences.
better because
Yeah,
you're in. See, like me, I wouldn't understand what's worth anything, because obviously I'm not selling anything. So for
Right.
me, I'm out of that loop. Like I don't know, like, oh, like I think one game that I own is worth a lot because it was such a low print game. There were so limited releases that you go looking up online for it, it's like worth 200, $300.
Yeah.
But then, like, that all can go crumbling down because look at what happened with that stinking Wii U game that was super limited, like that Hello Kitty
Yeah.
bullcrap.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Then they re-released it on Switch, and then the value tanked.
Yeah, but it's just like the stock market. It can go up and down. It's a long term investment. You got to hold on to it. But because I know, like, I'm not gonna say which games that you mentioned, but like you mentioned games like in your collection in the past. I was like, make sure you do not sell that junk, or like just make sure you hold on to it. Even though I ain't got to tell you that because you ain't gonna do it anyway.
No, they're
But
staying. No, that's, yeah. Like I said, there are pieces that I get for collecting, but I feel like the games that I buy, even though I collect them,
yeah,
they're because I want to play them.
yeah. So
It's
that's but I
not.
don't. Yeah.
It's
So you
not
don't you don't buy like a whack game or like a garbage game.
only if it's $10. I'll buy a
Okay.
garbage game for $10 if I don't plan on playing it. But I most games I buy, I want to buy and play them. So I don't
Yeah.
just collect. Like yeah,
Right.
I'm a collector, but also the amiibos, I collect them all. I have no none of these. Some of these characters I don't even know. Those I collect, like the figures and stuff like that. But the games I buy, it's because I intend to play them
Yeah.
at one point or another. I don't want to like say right now, had I known what I known about some of the games that I bought, I might not have bought them. Like if I knew
Okay.
that I was
That's
going to
fair.
hate them, then
Yeah.
I wouldn't have bought them. But once
Yeah.
they're in, they're in. They don't leave.
Yeah.
They die in my collection.
Yeah. So like, all right. So knowing, would you buy Transistor again?
Oh, see, the thing is, I really like the music on that,
Yeah.
and like that. If they sold the soundtrack, I might not.
Yeah.
But like, how else am I gonna listen to that music? That music was beautiful, and the
All right.
art
What
was so
about
beautiful.
do you own Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze?
No.
You don't own it.
Mm-mm.
You don't because you know you ain't gonna play it ever. Okay, that's fine. See, to me, that's like a staple game. So like, I see what you're doing. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I just as long as you just ain't buying, you're not reckless with your junk.
No, no, no. So I always buy games. Like I've been interested. Like if Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze ever goes down to like 30, I might pick it up. Like I almost picked up what was it? Mario Odyssey, even though I know I'm not gonna play it when it was
Oh
on
yeah, yeah,
$30. Because I was like, all right, it's a game that I should own. I know I should give it a chance. My thing is that I haven't given a Mario game a chance since Sunshine. Um,
yeah.
and I think that's my problem is that I don't want to give any other games any chances. And I think
That's true.
if I gave it a chance, I might like it because. But then there goes the hype thing because I'm about like, oh, if people hype this game up and it's not the way, I'm not liking it the way they're hyping it,
Yeah,
I'm gonna hate the game.
yeah.
And I think
The
everybody hypes Mario games. That's my
I
thing.
see. Like so you don't buy it, right? So, but
Mm.
like you don't want to. Oh, what did you just say? Not the hype thing, but you don't want to take a chance, right? See, I got more liberties with taking a chance because I'll sell the game back, whereas you won't. Like you'll just be out of the whatever you spent on it.
Yeah,
Whereas
exactly.
me, I'm not gonna. I might be out of the $10 of the value. Like another game I bought that a lot of people liked that I wasn't really feeling was Astral Chains or whatever. I might end up buying it back again because I do want to like end up giving it another shot. But it was just sitting around for so long. Let me get rid of this because I think some other games are coming out. I'll sell this. I'll buy it back when maybe I clear my library or something to just give it another try because I feel like it could be a good game. I just couldn't really get into it. There was just too much sideline stuff going on. But I got rid of it and see. But I'm more at the liberty to take a risk. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be less of a loss for me.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess you are because I won't sell it once it's in my system, my
Yeah,
collection.
like you not saying stuck with it, but you know you got it.
I
But
mean,
hey,
I could sell it.
there.
It's not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
you could.
sell
Yeah,
it.
you can sell it. I mean,
I'm just not gonna.
yeah, you're not gonna sell it. I mean, you should sell it, but you're not gonna sell it. I would highly recommend selling your games. I don't think you would.
No.
I wonder if you look at your library and you see more games that you smile at or versus games that you like just about, or like, or the other way around? Like,
I look at my library and like, dang, I need to play that game.
okay,
That's where my library looking goes. I'm like, I haven't played this game. Or if it's a JRPG and I have fond memories, damn, I wish I could play that game again. But the problem is, again, I have way too many games to finish that I'm not like looking at the library of old games. I'm looking at, okay, what in my collection have I not played yet? I'm going to go, let's go play that one. Like, that's why, like, this whole, like, oh, everybody's talking about, oh, I don't have any games to play. Where are the new games? I'm like, yo, I got games from like the Wii era. I got games from the Wii era that I still haven't played. So, right.
So I can. It ain't like it's a big deal. I can go back and get these games.
Right.
You know, so I feel like you. I'm not saying you feel pressure, but you feel like you go out there and get them kind of on the front end.
Well, no, yes and no. So how I buy my games, right? It's a little different than how other collectors buy their games. I will buy a game, like say I know a game is not gonna be super popular, because sometimes you can tell the games that are gonna be super popular and which ones are not. So if I know that the game, like right now, Cat Quest 1 and 2 came out, right? Who's heard of Cat Quest 1 or 2? Nobody, right? I don't think, like, if I wait on that game, it's going to be sold out because they're not going to re-release or rerun it.
There's not going to be a lot of copies of it.
Exactly. So I will go out and buy. I haven't even played Cat Quest 1, but because I'm interested in it, and I don't think they're going to re-release it, if I miss it, I'll go out and pay that one. And that I'll pay full price for. But if it's like a game like a Mario game, I can sit and wait on that because they're going to keep re-releasing that game until it dies, basically. So, like, for smaller titles, things that I think are going to be limited, special editions, obviously, I go get on the front end. But, like, things that I think are going to be limited, those I buy up first. And then, like, the bigger titles. Like, I still don't have Astral Chain. I wanted it, but I don't have it. Because I thought, okay, Nintendo was pushing this one hard. I'm not going to have a hard time finding it. So I can wait for a sale. Because I don't ever pay full price for my games unless like that. Like there are smaller titles that I don't think I'll ever find again. So those ones like that. Or like smaller titles that I'm interested in, let me say. Because there are smaller titles out there that I haven't gotten. Because I'm like, I don't think I'll ever play that.
Yeah.
So that's how I collect. It's not always the front end. That's how I miss a lot of games too. Because then I'll say, oh yeah, I'm going to come back and get it. And then like a new game comes out, I forget about it. I forget that I wanted that one, and then I go looking for it. It's like $200, and I was like, well, damn, I missed that boat. Yeah. So that's why, like with the smaller games, I get those right away so that I don't miss the boat. And the bigger games, I'm like, well, they're gonna be around. They're gonna be so many copies. They're not gonna go too up in value. Like I feel the smaller games go up in value, and those are the ones I have to worry about. And I've made that mistake a couple of times, and I'm just not making that mistake no more.
Yeah, for sure. And then that's kind of just knowing, like, you know, like the value of the game in that way, like especially if they're not going to be just like a lot of copies pressed up, whatever the case may
be. Yeah. All right.
I mean, it's something to own it physically versus digitally, so.
But all right, so that was my whole stick on this. Damn, we've been prattling on for about an hour. I didn't realize how long we were going.
I don't have, I guess I don't have a proper ending, but make sure y'all stay tuned into Gamer Gal. And just see what comes up. And then if you want to check me out, it's not an obligation thing, but I'm in the wing.
No,
you're probably messing with Gamer Gal. You messing with me anyway. So, see you when I see you.
We're interested in the same things. Look, check out his channel. Links will be down below. he streams whatever he wants. He games it up. He's doing his own thing. All right, guys. Happy gaming. Thanks for watching. Bye.